Welcome back to Deep Thought. We're going through Sonic Adventure 2, and this is the final stretch, people. It's time to go through Last Story.
From a story perspective, I do quite like how this is handled. Like, the gameplay in the levels a little bit all over the place, but we'll get to that soon enough. But I think from just an atmosphere kind of thing, I do like the last story quite a lot, honestly.
I think it's okay. It's just weird.
It's weird. It's very jarring. Even after the dark story, you don't really expect a lot of this shit. It just kind of comes out of almost nowhere. I mean, there's slight hints towards it earlier on, but I don't know, it just sort of comes out of nowhere.
It does get very dark.
I suppose if Dark Story had ended... Dark Story hadn't ended with Eggman putting the Chaos Emerald in the canon, then this last story probably would not have been very necessary. But I guess this story arc is kind of interesting, even though it's just really jacked up.
Yeah. Now we get more of this lovely CG that...
Oh, yummy.
It looks so plastic.
I like how on the teletext thing that was like underneath the monitor, there was like a news thing.
Oh no, not a meteor. Is this what happened to the dinosaurs?
I've got to point out here, we just saw that throttling really quickly towards the Earth. Look at the stars in the background here. It's fucking static.
Well, that's what they call JPEGs. It's the JPEG space.
Yeah.
This is not how programming works.
No, it doesn't, like, everyday execution messages just show up on the screen out of nowhere. I thought that's just how this sort of thing worked.
Yeah.
If Chaos Emeralds equals 7,
Yeah.
crash arc.
So the majority of this cutscene introduces
It's an animated
this whole
GIF.
Yes, this GIF that's supposed to be Dr. Eggman's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, he created Shadow and this other Ultimate Life Form project. And when the Ark got invaded by the army, they ended up killing his daughter Maria by accident.
I thought it was his granddaughter.
Okay, granddaughter, or
Yeah.
but was it by accident or?
It's kind of... Yeah, I think it's kind of implied that it was like a intentional thing during a raid, that like they were just getting rid of anyone there.
Yeah, it was
and it's like the whole conspiracy about whether they were killing it's the whole conspiracy about them like killing innocents, and where like the whole government, whether it's right or wrong sort of thing. It's very kind of, I don't really want to say ham-fisted, but really kind of awkwardly put in there. Like it's the kind of thing that you have to think about it to realise how sort of fucked up it actually is.
Yeah, it is actually pretty fucked up what went on.
Yeah.
Like, they shot a child.
Thank fuck I just got done.
Jeez.
I'm going to hell now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is about as interesting as the plot gets, in my opinion.
I'm glad there's subtitles here, because that text really is not readable at all.
Yeah, and the voiceover certainly doesn't help matters either. Even such, the exposition, like before, it's not handled very well, or should I say exposed very well, thus the term exposition. It's just a bunch of text and diary entries, as they call it, because this technically is his diary.
Well, I don't really mind the diary. Like, I kind of find this kind of almost creepy, just them reading the diary and stuff, but like, I kind of like the execution, at least. It's a kind of cool way to show it. But I wish they'd kind of done this maybe more as, like, I don't know, like, I know a lot of games that have, like, text logs and shit hidden throughout the game, and, you know, you'd find, like, diary entries. The game, maybe you could have collected those throughout the single player or something, I don't know.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea, but
And maybe have some like mandatory ones that you sort of have to collect, like that you collect by beating the levels as well, just so that everyone can at least understand the story.
yeah. Now here's something that confused me. So Eggman this whole time had been wanting to take over the world and build. Yeah, he wanted to build Robotnik Land, and now now that his grandfather wants to completely destroy the world, he wants to save it.
He wants to save it
Well,
in
you
order to
can't
conquer
exactly
it.
rule a world that's been smashed up, yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's
He's not
true.
trying to destroy the world. He's trying to just cause destruction with as much destruction as possible, but without killing people, so that he has people to, rule over in his Eggman empire.
I don't think that's very well, I mean, considering he has a giant fuck off cannon, I don't think there wouldn't be any casualties.
He was only using that to threaten.
But he was gonna freaking use the cannon.
I've just got to draw attention to how tiny the Master Emerald is now. When we saw that shot of Knuckles just pulling it out his arse, it's like
yeah, I
a
saw
third
that.
of the size it was.
It's like a Pokeball. It just kind of grows in size if you want it to.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you throw it and Chaos comes out, and that's your Pokemon.
yeah, exactly. Alright, Cannon's Core.
This wonderful level.
Let's get to
I
work!
like this.
I love that.
Yeah, I like this level in concept, not in execution.
Oh, no,
like
it's-
all the levels, all the parts of it, except for the Sonic ones, are kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna say I hate the Eggman and Tails parts, but the Rouge part is easy as fuck. The Knuckles part, if you have the air necklace, is easy. It's annoying, but like it's totally doable, especially if you have the air necklace. It's kind of just tedious, and then the Sonic part's kind of just it's the worst Sonic thing in the game, but it's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, this whole level is just one giant pile of meh. Like, the Tails section, meh. Eggman, meh. Rouge, giant meh. Sonic is the only decent one, and even then, it's still pretty meh.
Yeah, like Maya
Like-
said, it is the weakest Sonic level.
What I've played, of the Sonic series, I'd say this is probably the second worst final level. But I haven't played a huge chunk of the 3D Sonic games. I'm only putting it second last to End of the World because that level is terrible. From having played it myself, I'm not sure how annoying the final level in Shadow is. Although isn't that just like a get to the goal ring type dealio?
Yeah, that's a pretty simple level. Like, it goes on for a little bit, and sometimes I tend to just smash the guys up, and then just to grind Chaos Control and get to the end that way. But it's really inoffensive compared to some of the other levels. I will say one of the other games that does a similar sort of thing of a good, interesting concept for a final level, but not so great execution, is the HD version of Unleashed with Eggman Land. Because I like the idea of having the sort of long, epic sort of level, except some of the sections are a little bit bullshit, especially with how Unleashed plays, where whenever you're playing as normal Sonic, you're prompted to go as fast as you can, and then there's loads of stopping and starting, platformy sort of sections.
Yeah, but wasn't HD Unleashed basically all bullshit?
Yeah.
Well, I think the gameplay idea, again, it's kind of a lot of Unleashed is just good in concept, but it's the engine just could not handle it, or at least the 360 and PS3 could not handle it, which is why it slows down to a PowerPoint at sometimes. And
Was it the same engine that they used for Sonic 06?
no, it's more the I don't properly understand how gameplay engines work, but it plays very similarly to Colors and Generations. More so Generations. Colors has
Colors
different
is a
design.
different engine.
Oh, it's a different engine altogether. Is it?
It's a
'Cause I know
different lighting. See, the Hedgehog engine, I think, is just it's either just the gameplay or just the lighting. I can't remember.
the Hedgehog engine is lighting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what makes all the fancy visuals, effects, and that.
I don't think the Hedgehog engine is used after Unleashed, but I could be wrong. I don't think Generations has it. It has a slightly different one, I think, but I could be wrong.
It has a modified take on the Hedgehog engines, because they sort of had to turn a lot down for, particularly given they were releasing it on consoles, which, as we saw from Unleashed performance, they just couldn't do. So they just sort of had to tone down some of these sort of, I think, the glow flare sort of effects. And like colours, it's just, I don't think it's there at all, just because like the Wii ain't going to be able to hack it. Nah.
The Wii wouldn't be able to hack it. And,
I'm not sure on this. Yeah.
Someone mentioned it in the FTCR playthrough of Sonic Colors. Go watch.
Go watch you fall down pits and die a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one time I warped through the level.
Yeah.
So I don't think we touched on this mechanic yet, but throughout the whole level of Cannon Core, there's this time stop mechanic that all the characters use, and all of them, it's like it's just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, and this shit happens, and it just wastes your time, and I hate it.
Yeah. The good thing is that the time actually does stop. Like, the timer does stop, so I mean, the level is still as long as you want to play it, but I mean, it's not going to count against you if you stop time and the timer keeps going. No, it's just going to stop altogether.
It also helps you beat the artificial chaos, which are kind of obnoxious without it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which is always appreciated.
I can sum up this level in 7 words. Very gay, gay, meh.
Yes, this is a homosexual level.
Yes, exactly.
Very much so.
But, Evan, if you can go through there without stopping time now, you know. You don't have to stop it.
Yeah, I know.
You're just blocking the blocks in your way. That's a lot of blocks.
I forgot about that, yeah. I think I did the same thing though during my stream playthrough of this. I also stopped time when I was heading back. For some reason, if Eggman lands in the green semen stuff, for some reason he dies. But if Rouge lands in it, and Knuckles lands in it, and Sonic lands in it, and everyone else who you can play as lands in it, except probably Tails, they're fine.
Yeah,
they just lose their rings.
Really? I didn't quite see that.
There's one or two sections where if you where you can fall into the green semen stuff with Eggman, and yeah, it's.
It depends, I think, how deep it is, because I think the moving blocks from as Eggman, I think that is just only like a damage rather than a kill. So it's. I think it is, because I think in the past I've just sort of used the hit frame just to boost me way across when I couldn't be asked to wait for the block in that particular room.
It might have been one of the artificial chaoses you're thinking of, I think. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, I can't remember.
I don't know.
Right,
I'll take your word for it.
Alright, I'm gonna put this out there. Fuck this part. Just fuck this part.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's fine if you have the air necklace, but if you don't, you're fucked.
Well, it's not that, it's the timing. Like, there's a very tiny amount of like downtime between you getting the next switch, especially this part right here. Like, if you screw up or get blocked by that cage, for example, then you're just screwed. You gotta start all over again, and it's just annoying.
Yeah, there's a very small margin for error.
I just never really had too much trouble with it, but I can see how it can be annoying. Do you ever get any of those things? It's like, you hear a lot of people talk about how it's bullshit, but you've never actually had a problem with it yourself.
Oh yeah, I know that sort of thing, I mean. Now for the best part of the level, which there's still like the little fake out thing, which you got to go the wrong way to hit the guy to then go back the right way.
I know I say gay a lot now for some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah. I forgot to mention this about the bounce mechanic. When you're hitting, like, using the homing attack on robots and stuff, if you use the bounce mechanic and you still hitting the floor, it still keeps your count. So you can, like, hit 2 robots, use the bounce, and then hit another robot, and it would still count as 3. So you can get more points that way, which I thought was
that's
really
useful
cool.
if you're trying to build up your score a little bit. Just any little thing to kind of add on, I guess, keep your multipliers up.
Have we talked about those golden gun robots yet? Because I don't know if we have, and if in case we haven't, basically they give you more points.
Yeah, they exist.
And they disappear quickly. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why are
if
you
use-
doing...
I've never used the time stop thing that way myself. I normally just dash jump until I get over the hill. But
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, I thought this was the way to do it.
yeah, this is a little throwback to Lost World from Sonic Adventure, which it seems a little bit weird that it's here in space, but yeah.
It's also like the Chamber of Secrets for some reason.
Chamber of Sea. I guess I can kind of see that comparison, but yeah. All right, we'll see you on the final episode of Deep Thought Sonic Adventure 2.